Are you tired of diets that just don't work? Here's what they don't tell you. Fiber is the bread and butter of a successful diet, and it's more than just fruits and veggies. To talk about something that affects millions of us, why diets often fail. Certified nutritionist Sangeetha Iyer says, water-rich vegetables like squash, pumpkin, and cucumber. Protect your gut and keep it healthy. For years, we've heard, eat more fruits and veggies. But what about protein? Starting and ending your day with protein can make a big difference. Keto, paleo, low carb, high carb, maybe even a juice cleanse that left you dreaming about solid food. You've counted calories, choked down celery sticks, and maybe even downloaded a meal prep app that's gathering digital dust on your phone. But still, here you are. The weight isn't coming off, or it's coming off but sneaking back on like it has a spare key to your body. Sound familiar? It's frustrating, right? You put in the effort, you're making sacrifices, but the results just don't seem to stick. Why do these diets keep failing us? What's going wrong? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and talk about exactly that. Get ready to look at why diets are letting you down. And, spoiler alert, it's not just about willpower. Grab a snack, preferably not kale chips, and let's dive in. If you're enjoying this deep dive and want to learn even more about what makes or breaks a successful diet, don't forget to subscribe. It's a simple way to support the channel and stay in the loop with our latest tips. Plus, if you hit that bell icon, you'll never miss a new video. Thanks for being here, and let's get into it. The first diet myth we need to bust is this idea that there's one magic diet plan that works for everyone. Think about it. We're not cookie cutters, right? We all have unique bodies, different genetics, lifestyles, and even our gut bacteria play a role. Just like you wouldn't expect one medication to cure every disease, you can't expect one diet to magically work for every single person. And yet, we're bombarded with these fad diets promising unbelievable results. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, especially when you see those before and after photos. But what they don't show you is the bigger picture. What works for one person might completely backfire for another. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's just not going to work. So, what's the solution? It's about finding what works best for you, for your individual needs and goals. Let's talk about another big diet myth. The idea that weight loss is a simple equation of calories in versus calories out. While it's true that consuming more calories than you burn can lead to weight gain, it's not the whole story. Our bodies are incredibly complex, and they don't necessarily function like a simple calculator. This oversimplification ignores the crucial role that hormones, metabolism, and even our gut microbiome play in weight management. For example, drastically cutting calories can actually backfire by slowing down your metabolism, making it harder to lose weight in the long run. Think of it like this. Your body is a survival machine. When you suddenly reduce your calorie intake, it goes into a sort of starvation mode. It senses that food is scarce and tries to conserve energy by slowing down your metabolism. So you're on this new diet, right? You're super strict, cutting out all the bad stuff and aiming for perfection. You're determined to hit every single goal, no exceptions. But then, life happens. You have a birthday party, a work event, or maybe just a really stressful day. And bam! You slip up. You have a slice of cake, a couple of drinks, or that extra helping of pasta. Now, here's where the all-or-nothing mentality kicks in. You start thinking, well, I already messed up. Might as well go all out. Sound familiar? This kind of thinking is a trap. It completely sabotages your progress and makes you feel like a failure. Remember, guys, no one is perfect, especially when it comes to food. We're all human, and we're all going to have those moments where we indulge or stray from the plan. It's completely normal. The key is to not let those slip-ups derail your entire journey. Instead of throwing in the towel, acknowledge the slip-up and move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just accept it and get right back on track with your next meal or snack. This journey is about progress, not perfection. Let's face it, we live in a world obsessed with instant gratification. We want everything fast and easy, from our food delivery to our internet speeds. And when it comes to weight loss, it's no different. We're bombarded with ads for fad diets, magic pills, and crazy workout routines promising lightning-fast results. These quick fixes are tempting, I get it. Who wouldn't want to drop a dress size in a week or get ripped in just 30 days? But here's the harsh truth. True sustainable weight loss takes time and effort. There's no magic bullet, no shortcut to success. Those quick fixes might deliver temporary results, but they're often based on extreme restrictions and unsustainable practices. You might lose weight initially, but as soon as you go back to your normal routine, the weight comes piling back on, often with a vengeance. This yo-yo dieting isn't just frustrating, it's actually harmful to your body. Now, we often talk about the physical aspects of weight loss, the calories, the macros, the workouts. But we can't forget about the mental and emotional side of things. Our relationship with food runs deep, and it's often intertwined with our emotions, habits, and even our past experiences. Think about it. We celebrate with food. We console ourselves with food. We even use food to procrastinate or avoid dealing with uncomfortable emotions. This emotional connection to food is completely normal, but it's something we need to be aware of, especially when trying to lose weight. If we're not addressing the underlying emotional reasons behind our eating habits, we're essentially putting a band-aid on a deeper issue. We might see some initial progress, but those emotional triggers will eventually resurface, leading us right back to our old habits. This is why it's so important to cultivate a healthy mindset and address any emotional baggage we might be carrying around food. We've all been there, right? A new diet fad pops up, and it promises you the world. It claims to be the ultimate solution to all your weight problems. You tell yourself, okay, for the next 30 days, I'm going all in on this crazy plan. You mark your calendar, set your goals, and dive in head first. You white-knuckle your way through it, maybe even see some initial results. The scale starts to move, and you feel a sense of accomplishment. But then what happens? Life gets in the way. You miss a day, then another, and suddenly you're back to square one. The stress and guilt start to creep in. This, my friends, is the trap of short-term thinking. We get caught up in the idea of quick fixes and instant results. We treat diets like they're temporary inconveniences, something we just have to power through until we reach our goal weight. We force ourselves to eat foods we don't enjoy. But the truth is, building a healthy relationship with food isn't about restriction or deprivation. It's about finding joy in nourishing our bodies. It's about creating sustainable habits that you can actually see yourself doing 5 years, 10 years down the line. Habits that fit seamlessly into your lifestyle. Think about it. Could you realistically maintain that restrictive juice cleanse forever? The answer is probably no. What about that super low-carb diet? Probably not. These extreme measures are not sustainable in the long run. These quick fixes might give you temporary results, but they don't teach you how to make healthy choices in the long run. They don't equip you with the tools for lasting change. And that's why they ultimately fail. They set us up for disappointment and frustration. So instead of focusing on drastic restrictions, let's shift our mindset. Let's think about long-term wellness. Let's start thinking about building healthy habits that we can actually stick to. Habits that become a natural part of our daily routine. Habits that nourish our bodies and minds without making us feel deprived or miserable. Let's aim for a balanced, joyful approach to health. We all know stress is no fun, but did you know it can actually sabotage your weight loss efforts? Yes, stress can be a sneaky saboteur in your journey to shed those extra pounds. Yeah, it's like stress has a secret side hustle we never signed up for. It's working behind the scenes, making things harder for us. When you're stressed, your body pumps out cortisol, which is basically like the body's built-in alarm system. This hormone is designed to help you deal with immediate threats. Now, that's helpful in small doses, like when you need to slam on the brakes to avoid an accident. But when you're chronically stressed, that cortisol hangs around way too long. It's like having an alarm that never stops ringing. And what does it do when it overstays its welcome? It wreaks havoc on your body. It messes with your metabolism, making it more likely for your body to store fat, especially around your midsection. This is why you might notice weight gain, even if your diet hasn't changed. Plus, let's be real, when we're stressed out, we're not exactly reaching for a plate of broccoli and quinoa, are we? Our cravings tend to lean towards comfort foods. No, we're diving headfirst into that bag of chips or that pint of ice cream. These comfort foods provide temporary relief, but add to our stress in the long run. Stress eating is a real thing, guys, and it's not helping our waistlines. So, what's the solution? How do we combat this cycle? Well, we need to find healthy ways to manage that stress. Techniques that can help us relax and reduce cortisol levels. And I'm not just talking about a hot bath here, although that can be nice, too. There are many other effective methods. We're talking about exercise, meditation, spending time with loved ones, or anything that helps you unwind and de-stress. These activities can make a significant difference. Think of it this way. Managing stress isn't just good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health, too. It's a holistic approach to well-being. It's like killing two birds with one stone, except in this case, we're not actually harming any birds, which is always a good thing, right? It's a win-win situation. So, find what works for you, make it a part of your routine, and watch your stress levels, and hopefully, your waistline shrink. Consistency is key here. Remember, a calmer you is a healthier you. Embrace stress management as a vital part of your lifestyle. Let's talk about the scale. That little metal square that seems to hold so much power over our lives. We often let it dictate our emotions and self-worth. We step on it, we hold our breath, and we let the number dictate our mood for the entire day. It's almost as if our happiness is tied to that fluctuating number. But here's the thing. The scale is just one tiny piece of the puzzle. It doesn't capture the full picture of our health and well-being. It doesn't tell the whole story of your health journey. There are so many other factors that contribute to your overall health. Sure, it can be helpful to track your progress, but it's important to remember that the number on the scale can fluctuate for a variety of reasons, like water retention, hormones, or even what you ate the day before. These fluctuations are normal and don't necessarily reflect your true progress. Getting too caught up in those daily fluctuations can drive you crazy and make you feel like you're not making any progress, even when you are. It's easy to become disheartened and lose motivation. So, how can we shift our focus away from the scale and onto something more meaningful? It's about finding joy in the journey and not just the destination. Well, start by paying attention to how you feel. Notice the small changes in your daily life that indicate improvement. Do you have more energy? Are you sleeping better? These are significant indicators of your overall health. Are your clothes fitting differently? Sometimes, the way our clothes fit can tell us more about our progress than the scale ever could. These are all signs that you're making progress, even if the scale doesn't budge. Celebrate these victories, no matter how small they may seem. Remember, health is about so much more than just a number. It's a holistic experience that encompasses physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It's about feeling good in your own skin, having energy to do the things you love, and living a long, healthy life. These are the true measures of success. So, let's ditch the scale obsession and focus on what really matters, feeling our best from the inside out. Embrace the journey and celebrate every step along the way. So, if diets keep failing us, what's the alternative? The answer isn't another restrictive meal plan or the latest fad. It's about focusing on real, sustainable changes. Instead of jumping from one diet to the next, try building a lifestyle that's healthy and enjoyable. Find movement you love. Eat foods that make you feel good, and let go of the all-or-nothing mentality. And remember, it's okay if you don't have it all figured out right away. Making lasting changes takes time and patience. Be kind to yourself, ditch the guilt, and remember that food isn't the enemy. It's fuel for living your best life. The truth is, there's no magic diet or quick fix. The key to reaching your goals lies in understanding your body, listening to your needs, and making small, meaningful changes. Instead of blaming yourself when a diet doesn't work, consider that maybe it was the diet that was flawed. Remember, your journey to health is unique. So, take it one step at a time. Make choices that work for you, and focus on building a lifestyle that feels good. One that doesn't make you feel like you're constantly fighting against yourself. After all, life's too short to spend it on diets that don't work. If you're ready to get real about what actually matters for your health, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey. Every subscription helps this channel grow, so we can keep bringing you tips that make sense, and maybe even make you smile. Thanks for being here, and let's crush these diet myths together.